Talk Radio 1450 WCTC. Call Jersey Central at 732-545-9282. Toll free at 888-545-9282. Watch Jersey Central live online at WCTCAM.com or listen on your smartphone with the iHeartRadio or TuneIn apps. Connect with WCTC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube by searching 1450 WCTC. And now back to Jersey's Morning Show. Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
7:38 back on Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Coming up in just a bit, we're going to talk to Mark Peterson, who is the color commentator for the Rutgers Women's Basketball Radio Network. Of course, the games are heard here on WCTC. He'll join us to talk about the legacy of Pat Summitt, legendary women's basketball coach who passed away earlier this morning. So we'll talk to him coming up in a bit. We'll have our contest in this hour as well between now and 8 o'clock. But let's get to the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey Newsmaker hotline and welcome back our guest, Barry Blank, president of National Estate Jewelers, for our weekly segment that we call What's It Worth? And Barry is back with us this morning. Hello, Barry. It's Bert Barron. How you doing today?
Good morning. I'm just befuddled at what the gold is doing.
Yeah,
who knows?
This all this stuff going on with this vote by the UK to leave the European Union. It's really had left a tremendous impact and a mark on the markets around the world. How about the gold prices and the silver prices, Barry? Is all this news kind of wreaking havoc with those as well?
Well, before it, gold was $1,260 an ounce. The day it happened, it went up over $60 an ounce to $1,330-something an ounce. Now it's at just over $1,300. Silver touched close to 18 and didn't really go anywhere, and it's just below 18 again right now. So it's an interesting thing, but nobody really knows what this is going to do.
Right. Is part of this at all that's as the currency kind of bottoms out and weakens around the world? Are people just viewing gold as a solid investment that's going to have value no matter what?
I would say that is exactly what's happening. You know, that people think that, oh, let me invest in gold. Let me go get the one sure thing. The only thing is gold doesn't pay any dividends. You only make money if it goes up.
Yes, and it's only worth what someone is willing to pay for it, though, too, right? That's a factor too?
That is correct. People say, well, if gold is $1,309 an ounce, that means I could go out and sell this 1 ounce of gold, pure gold, for $1,309 an ounce. The thing is that the company that's buying it from has got to charge you a commission to buy it back, and that can be anywhere from as low as 1 or 2% to as high as 5 or 10%.
Okay, you have a structure as far as that goes at your place too, right?
That is 100% true. We are usually, the more gold you have, if you had somebody watch this and listen to this, if you had 100 ounces to sell, and you know how much that is,
sure,
it's $139,000 or something like that right now.
Right.
We would do it at maybe 1%, but if you had 1 ounce to sell, we'd do it between 5 and 10%. Because we have to make some money. I can't just spend $1,300 to sell it for $1,300, and we don't even get the full price of gold when we sell it. So, unless it's an investment coin, which is an ounce of gold, would be, and then we could get a premium on it. But we'll do the best thing for our clients. Okay,
and of course we'll keep an eye on the markets around the world with this Brexit thing that's been going on, and people have so many different takes on this. But diamond demand, is that up nowadays too, Barry? What are you seeing about diamonds?
Well, what I'm seeing now is that diamonds for around the 1 carat range are pretty stable and possibly getting a little stronger. 2 carats have dropped a little bit, and 3 carats have dropped even more. The demand for the bigger stones, although very strong, is nowhere near what it was, and the prices have come down.
And what's this talk about synthetic diamonds? Is there value in that?
Synthetic diamonds are man-made, made in a laboratory, and they are becoming more and more prevalent. When you're buying and selling, you have to deal with reputable people. And synthetic diamonds are beginning to have their own market. Nobody really knows where it's going to go, but I think it's getting more and more scary out there for people who you have to deal with reputable people. Yeah.
How about investments, Barry? Any direction you would send people in who might be listening today?
The only thing I'm going to say, and the most important thing I'm going to say about investments, is when you're investing, who are you going to sell it to, and how much does it cost you going to set to sell it. If you buy a stock, there's a commission to buy it. If you sell it, there's a commission to sell it. And that goes with bonds. It goes with anything. The same thing with jewelry, diamonds, watches, antiques. If you're buying it, what's the market? Don't just rely upon somebody telling you, you got to buy this now because it's going to go up in value. Who are you going to sell it to, and what is it going to cost you to sell it?
So you should have an exit strategy, is what you're saying.
100%.
Have a plan. Okay.
When I was in college, one of my roommates said I should buy sheets of stamps because they're only going to go up in value.
Right.
That was really really wrong.
Right.
I mean, now we buy sheets of stamps at between, depending on the denomination, 25% of face value to as much as 50 to 70% of face value, because there's no demand, and if they have no value, they have to be used, and who uses stamps anymore?
Yeah, that's true. This is something I thought about, Barry. Now, I don't know if you do this or if you don't, but what if somebody brings something in for an appraisal, and the person who actually is physically doing the appraisal of an item says, hey, you know what? I really like this. I would like to buy this from you for myself. Is that ethical? Is that something that goes on in what you do?
It definitely goes on. It is definitely not ethical. We state in all of our appraisals that we do not now nor in the future have any financial interest in the object or objects being appraised. That being said, when I do a state appraisal, there's actually a contractual agreement that says that. And you can, once the appraisal's finished and once it's out there, you can say to the person, if now ethically my department is clear,
yeah.
Go get some offers. Go and come back to me and say, now I'm interested to sell it. I have some offers. What are you interested? This way you get an unbiased offer on it.
Okay.
But it's not ethical to get something appraised, because obviously the appraiser, not obviously, but many appraisers will appraise it at well below the market so they can buy it.
Oh, see, that's the unethical part there. But if someone is doing an appraisal and says, hey, you know what, I'm collecting these myself, and this is exactly what I'm looking for, I'd like to make you a personal offer on this. Does that happen?
It does happen, but you have to be, I've heard appraisers doing this. That's usually a come on. Mm-hmm. So I would be very, very leery of people appraising it and selling to them in the same breath.
All right, so you'd frown upon the entire process. I get that. Okay, gotcha.
It's just not typically ethical, and you really need to get other offers.
Gotcha. Free verbal evaluation days continuing every Tuesday at National Estate Jewelers in East Brunswick. So get on over there today, and you're headed back on the road off to Montreal. What is happening north of the border?
Montreal. We are.
Yes.
We did it last year also, and it's going to be the Montreal Jazz Festival.
Wow.
I'm going with my wife Nancy. We went last year, and I got to tell you, it's so much fun. It's just we're staying in Old Montreal. There's actually fireworks on July 4th, and we had such a great time. We wanted to go back.
It's one of those cities you get in a car and you get out and you feel like you're back in Europe or something, right? This Montreal.
100%. You feel you really, and Old Montreal, everybody speaks French, and you come back looking for somebody who speaks English.
Right.
I don't want to sound like Archie Bunker, but
right.
It was great. It was great, and it's really a 4-day vacation.
Awesome, good stuff. Well, bon voyage, and have a nice trip, and we'll talk to you from north of the border next Tuesday. Okay.
Merci beaucoup.
All right, thank you very much. All right, Barry Blank. Look at that, multilingual.